One of the most common questions we get in the customer service center at waterfilters.net concerns inline water filters. What you see here are a variety of inline water filters. They're used in a variety of applications. Probably the most common application is as a polishing filter. That would be the last stage filtration on a reverse osmosis system. They can also be used as a standalone filter in refrigerator applications, external to the fridge. The fridge doesn't have its own internal filter, and this is installed in the water line outside of the fridge going into the fridge. It could just be its very own filter, an inexpensive filter system. One water line coming from the cold water supply in, one water line going to the faucet. Inexpensive and simple. They're used all over the place, and they're very common. There are many different brands and many different types. The bottom line here is, if you have a carbon filter, it really doesn't matter if you have a granular carbon or a carbon block. There's not a huge difference. I mean, if you have a very specific application, you may want to talk to someone in technical support so that you get exactly what you're looking for. But generally, you could put just about any type in your system, and it's going to do a good job of polishing the water in that last stage of your RO system or for your fridge or whatever. So you don't need to worry a great deal about that. But what you do need to worry about is the type of fittings and the size of the water lines. Here we have a tape measure, obviously, and here is a piece of 3/8 inch outside diameter polyethylene tubing. Outside diameter refers to the width across. Technically, it's the circle here. If you were to draw a line from one side to the other across the end, that's the diameter, same as the width. So take your tape measure and set it next to your water line and measure it for width. This is a piece of 3/8. Here is a piece of 1/4 inch. Make sure you actually go and measure the water line, and then almost always the water line size will correspond to the appropriate size fitting. So if you have 3/8 inch water line, you very likely 95% of the time have 3/8 inch fittings. In this case, here we have a 3/8 inch compression, here's a 3/8 inch quick connect, or if you have 1/4 inch, you have your 1/4 inch compression or your 1/4 inch quick connect fittings. And these inline filters come with those two types of fittings. So for example, here we have an example of threaded fittings. It's a threaded fitting, and that is a 1/4 inch. And so this 1/4 inch, oops, wrong one. This 1/4 inch unit will screw in to here, and then of course the water line will be attached to this fitting. Some of these filters come with quick connect fittings. This filter, for example, has built-in integrated quick connect fittings, and you do not need to put anything in except for a naked water line. This is a 3/8 inch water line, directly inserted, and that's it. It's not going anywhere. Now, these filters come with end caps or dust caps. In the case of quick connect fittings, here is a flexible yellow tube. This often gets confused and people try to install their water line inside of it. And unfortunately, it's a perfect fit for a 1/4 inch water line, but it won't go anywhere. This has to be removed. And it's very easy to do that. Just grab a pliers and just pull it out of there and throw it away. In the case of threaded, you have a cap that simply pops out, and you have your threads underneath. It's absolutely necessary that these are removed before you can use the filters.